Hey everyone, it's Kelsey aka Real with Mrs. B, and I apologize again because I've kind of been slacking on videos, but the school year is finally done. As many of you may know, I am a high school teacher. We finished school this last Friday. The kids were done on Thursday, but we still had grading and cleaning and all that kind of stuff to do on Friday. So it has been crazy busy with exams and all the late work that comes in at the end of the year. And I went to the senior party and graduation. So there was some late nights in there, and I just kind of pushed off doing some videos for YouTube, but I did not push off the budget. We definitely were within our means, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about some things that are coming up because our debt seems to be just like flying away. I feel like once you hit like 20,000 or less, those numbers just seem to be going really quick, and it's super exciting. Our goal was December, and it's looking like it's creeping up closer and closer. So we will get to all of that, but I wanted to catch you guys up with our May budget. How did we do? So, if you watch my May budget, I kind of wrote down all the numbers next to me. So, because throughout the month, I'm always updating the numbers themselves on EveryDollar.com just to reflect the current amount. If we made more income, I reflect that right away so I know how much more we can put towards debt. So, I will refer to the numbers next to me in a second. But I put my income originally at $2,200, and I made about $400 more, which was unexpected because, let me just move my face here. I don't know if this works everywhere, but our school budget isn't finalized until like March, and we started back in like September or August. So when that's finalized, we get back pay. Basically, when we sign, and yes, we have a yearly contract. A yearly contract states, you know, you will make at least this amount, and then when they revise the budget, the school budget, by like March, we get back pay. So I got back pay for the paychecks I had received thus far, which was $197 after they took out taxes and all of that. So my paychecks after that are just slightly higher because of that. And they only raised it by $400. So for the entire year, spread out $400 between 26 paychecks. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, I guess. John's income was a little bit lower than we had thought. He was ill one day and didn't want to take or use up all of his sick pay or whatnot on it. So, but it didn't really affect anything because we made more in other ways. I said $150 for other we were going to make, and we made a little bit more than that. I babysat twice for $54 each, and then I got reimbursed. I paid up front for gas, and then the $25 conference fee to drive out of state to a really awesome conference for AP Psychology. It was well worth it, and then I got paid back the $25 and then 50 cents per mile, which was pretty fantastic because that was more than what I spent on gas. So, all right, so income was several $100s more than expected, which is great. Rent was the same. Cell phones are like 6 cents less than I had planned. Internet was the same. Energy went up by like $1.50. And then I hadn't planned on laundry. And I think I said this in my mid-month, but we made more, and I wasn't walking the dog for like a couple weeks or a week and a half because the person that I walk her dog for, she had vacation for some of that time. So usually I spend that money in laundry or use that money for laundry, and I needed it sooner than I had the money for dog walking. So I just took it out of our account. Gas, we had budgeted $125 and we were slightly over. Gas prices had gone up quite a bit. Parking remained the same, and then car insurance was 4 cents less. Groceries, we planned for, let's see, $225, I believe it was, yeah. And I was super thrilled that we were actually under quite a bit from our last grocery haul, and then I did end up getting a few more items at Meijer because they had a deal on cheese. And if you watch my grocery hauls, you see that we eat a lot of cheese. And we got a couple other things too, but we still stayed under budget by about $5. Restaurants we had at 40. We were over about $3. We ended up going to Olive Garden here. It says $20. We had a gift card from my previous birthday, I think it was, in August. And so we had, I don't know, $15 left on it. And then they send you those emails that's like a free app or a free dessert. And I'm like, that's like $10 worth right there. So John and I enjoyed a date night. And it actually worked out really nice. Our waitress was fantastic, except she made a lot of small mistakes. Like, she put chicken on my pasta when I didn't want chicken, but then John just got extra chicken then. She accidentally put tomatoes in my salad when I asked not for none, and I just took them out. It's no big deal. She gave my husband the wrong soup. He didn't even notice. He just ate it anyway and then just got a different soup. Just all these little small things that added up. She actually gave us, we used the coupon for the app, and then she gave us also a free dessert. So we got like the 3-course meal plus leftovers, and we spent $20, and then I gave like a $10 tip or whatever for my dog walking money. So well worth it. And then drinks, we had it at 50, and we were a couple dollars under. Netflix, gym membership were the same. Household supplies, I had $35, and we were a couple dollars under. I don't even remember at this point what we got. I know that some of it was toilet paper, some cleaning supplies. I think John got some like eye drops and stuff like that. We just put under household supplies. And then personal money, both of us were at $50, and we were both under. It was like popcorn at the movies. I got a few items at the Dollar Tree. I got some photos printed at Walgreens, things like that. I'll come back to loans. And then this was pretty much the same, but beauty and clothing, we did go over. I shouldn't say it's quite the same because you can see a lot of different numbers, but beauty and clothing we had at $50, and I went over. John told me after the month had started that he wanted a haircut, so that cost some of it. And then they had a sale on dry shampoo that I like, so that cost some. And basically, I think, I'm trying to think if I remember how much we had in the account, and that's what happened. No, we didn't have anything left in the account, if I recall correctly. So that was just over $37, but we had the income for it. Car fund, we contributed $100. Car maintenance. So you know that we've been saving up for a new car for my husband because he's got a 1999 Toyota Corolla, 215,000 miles on it. It's got a broken windshield, broken handles. The AC hasn't worked in like the entire time we've had it, I think 6 years. And among other things, right? So first off, we originally had this at $125 because we knew that we would have to pay for my license renewal. And it's a little bit higher in the county that we live in because they have like a wheel tax and county tax and crap like that. So that was $125. And then John, his is due in June, so at the end of the month he had to get an emissions test before we could pay that, and his card didn't pass. And they rang up, they figured out whatever the code was, and they said it was I'm so bad with cars, I'm sorry if I'm butchering this, but it was like the catalyst converter, right? And so my husband, we have a family friend, went to go see them. They said a O2 sensor might be enough. And so John got the part and got some cash out for them to replace that. And then we also replaced this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like this gasket thing. It's like this ring that goes in between two somethings. I don't know. But I don't know if you're a car person, but it's not supposed to look like this. This is pretty atrocious. And they fixed this as well. Oh man, now it's all black. And good news, we don't have to buy a new car. I did a lot of talking about like when he didn't pass the emissions. Like, how much money are we going to put into this car? Like, what is it going to be worth instead of just getting a new car? And then we were talking about, okay, we'll try these two things because it was going to be like under $250 to replace these items. If that worked, it's going to prolong the car. It's going to be better for gas mileage. It's going to be good to go. And then we'll worry about the windshield a little bit later. But that wasn't a crazy expense, and we didn't want to rush into buying a new car. And the other thing, we're like, okay, we'll put these couple $100, and then worst case scenario, it doesn't work. We're not going to renew the license for the $125, and we just sell it for parts or whatever crap we can get for it. And luckily our work schedules they line up right now that I could drop them off at work, go to my job, and then pick them up after my job. It would not be fun, but we could do it. So we made the decision, and it worked in our favor. Thank goodness. We've been keeping Murphy away with this. And it might end up being an awesome thing because I'm kind of thinking about using that $4,000 saved up for a car to throw at debt in the next couple of months. But more on that later. So my husband actually said that his car is running like way better now because of these two items. And he's like, I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago. I don't know why either, but we are very, very grateful that a friend was able to do that for cheaper than we would get it done at a shop. So that ended up being more than expected, obviously. I kind of rounded it out, so we were only taking $100 out of what we already had saved in our car maintenance fund. All right, long story. Sorry about that. But cats, we put $30 into their sinking fund. Entertainment, this was unexpected too, but we had additional income. So we go to a Brewers game every year with family. They usually pay the tickets, but then John's work wanted a family, or not a family, like employees and employee family game to go to. And it's not until September, but they needed the ticket money early to purchase all the tickets. So that was $50. I wasn't thinking of having to spend that until June, which John actually gets 3 paychecks in June. But it came up early, so that was $50. And the other thing, a big thing in Wisconsin is Summerfest. It's fantastic if you've ever gone to it. It's a great time. And one of our favorite bands is usually there. And when they first announced all the bands, they weren't there. And then a little bit later, they added them. So it's Third Eye Blind. We've gone to them the last 3 years that they've been at Summerfest. And usually they're at a stage where it's like first come, first serve. They're like $5 tickets, or we've gotten pretty close. And this year they're on a free stage. And what that means is you have to get there early, which means you're probably watching the band beforehand, and you're on bleachers outside. And anyway, another long story short, we decided to upgrade the tickets, and for $50 each, and it's right after John's birthday, like 2 days later. We get a nice view up top, secluded, nice bathrooms, and we get drinks included in that. So well worth it as a birthday gift. All right, I'm gonna hurry it up because my time's running out. Gift money. John's mom's birthday, we paid for some Papa Murphy's. We got some pictures done in here. We went to a birthday party and bought a gift. We ended up just rounding it out and putting $37 into the gift fund. And then I went a little bit over my $30 for school supplies at $36. So it ended up being an awesome month. We had planned on $2,100 towards student loans, and we put just over $2,300 towards student loans, which is fantastic, which you can't really see right here, but it's 48% of our income, which is awesome. So I will update you guys in my next video on all of those numbers in our sinking fund and how much remaining debt we have. So look forward to that very soon now that I'm off of school. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.